Hello, my name is Dana Hunt, and I've been working on some research to determine how edge effects created by our power line affect small mammal foraging habits. As we all know, power line corridors can be found throughout urban and rural areas. Previous studies have indicated that edges influence an animal's habitat and activity use. A common tool used by ecologists to measure foraging habits is known as giving up density, or more simply, GUD. A low giving up density indicates that an animal foraged in that specific microhabitat longer, which indicates a lower perceived risk of predation by that animal. Our research used GUD to determine the influence edge effects created by power lines has on the foraging behavior of small mammals. Our study took place along a power line located within Chicopee Woods at Alatchie Nature Center in Gainesville, Georgia. We have sample points from 4 study sites. You can see their locations within the nature area in Figure 2. Our feeding patches were made from clear storage containers with 2 entry holes drilled into 2 different sides of each container. 1 liter of sand along with 20 grams of sunflower seeds were mixed and placed inside each container. At each study site, 20 patches were placed in 5 transect lines perpendicular to the power line, with 4 patches in each transect. Patches were placed 5 meters into the forest interior, at the edge, 10 and 15 meters into the power line corridor. In addition to determining whether the distance to edge affected foraging, we also measured 2 other predictor variables: the amount of natural vegetation cover at the specific microhabitat and physically camouflaging each patch with local vegetation cover. The patches were left at each sample area for 1 week. Upon collection of the GUD boxes, the sunflower seeds were sieved from the sand and were allowed to dry in a convection oven for 2 hours prior to weighing them. We used linear regression analysis to determine whether GUD was influenced by our 3 predictor variables. All our analyses were conducted in RStudio. First, correlation coefficients were taken to determine if any multi-collinearity took place between any of the variables. Then, a Keiki's information criterion was then used to determine the best fit model among all our candidate models. Based on 80 sampling points, the best fit model indicates that the distance to the edge alone is the only factor that influences GUD. This is because that specific model has a low AIC along with a high weight. Our preliminary results indicate that small mammals prefer to forage away from the edge. This can be seen in Figure 13, which is a linear regression plot indicating that as the distance to the edge increases, the GUD decreases. Due to limitations imposed by COVID-19, sampling hasn't been conducted since this spring. However, we hope to continue sampling throughout the remainder of the year to determine if our results persist. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.